Everyone, I have not been making videos, and there are some reasons behind it. My mother got really sick about September. She moved in here with me. She got sick with lung cancer. Okay, I'm not trying to make this jam. I don't need your help. Okay, he's part of the reason why I'm not up here very often. He doesn't really let me do much without being in the middle of it. But getting back to what I was saying, my mother got really sick with lung cancer. She had ovarian cancer about 5 years ago, and it took a while. I mean, she went on chemo, they did some other stuff. She became non-active with her cancer, and then decided she didn't want to take chemo the rest of her life, quit, and she got lung cancer. That cancer had spread up throughout her body. That was September. She moved in here with me, got progressively more ill. She was on hospice the whole time. I always mispronounce that word. And she passed away a couple of days ago. I was spending more and more time with her as she got more and more sick, and took care of her. I was her nurse up until the last 4 or 5 days when I moved her into a private care facility. So that is in part half of why I have not been making videos. The other half has to do with personal life, just being a complete foobar, screwed up mess, dealing with ex-wife to various other things. Okay? And with all of this going on, I just dropped model building and working in this room. And I walked in here for the first time a few days ago and went, oh my. It became pretty messy. Okay. So let me explain what this is in front of me. I didn't make dice. Okay. What I made are a bunch of cubes. I still have this sitting in front of me. In fact, I have worked on the, Jam's going to be in the middle of everything. It's just what he does. Okay, he doesn't let you be alone. That's his job in life, and he knows what it is. I haven't really worked on the rocket ship Ajax in a bit. I did do a simulation on the lighting for the engine, and I do have that working in a simulation, which means I know I can get it working with a circuit board. The 3 flashes down the wings I do not have working in real life. I've tried, and it's sitting on a breadboard right next to me. So my next thing to do is to build a simulation. I'm using Tinkercad to make simulation with. And I've been working with Tinkercad. This is where I made these cubes. These cubes are for a glue test. Okay? I want to use different types of glue to glue it together and see what happens. See what's strongest. Now, I just checked my epoxy resin. It's been 5 years since I've used any of it, and I'm pretty sure my 5-minute epoxy is no longer good because it's changed some fun colors. Okay? It's been out of UV light or anything. I'm trying to reach it with Jam in the way, trying to see what I'm doing. And I'm not being successful, and there goes a box of model kits on the floor because that's just what Jam does. Well, there's one bottle of it. Here's the other bottle. It might be okay. But you can tell it's old by looking at this. And it has not been in sunlight. Okay? So I'm probably going to go buy some more of that and not trust this for this test. And come back and test this again in a little bit. Okay? But I'm going to use some super glue. We have dollar store super glue right here. We're going to see how dollar store super glue holds up on this. And I honestly think that's going to be the weakest bond. We have some canopy glue, which I might change out for wood glue because it's a little bit more common. I have some crystal clear over there that I don't want to use for this because I wouldn't use that for this. Let me get some good old Elmer's glue from the side. And we're just going to glue some of these cubes together and try to figure out which one's the strongest bond. And I've got these. I know some of you use this stuff. I got it at Hobby Lobby. We have Extreme Power Medium, Extreme Power Thin, and Extreme Power Thick. And these are super glues. Okay? I'll probably just use the medium. I have one set of cubes for white glue, which is here. I have one set of cubes for super glue. I have one set of cubes for 5-minute epoxy, which I don't have. And then an additional set of cubes, just in case things go bad, and a set of cubes for this stuff. So I can see how it works. I am going to mark them once I glue them. Okay? There's really no prep to this. I'm just gluing them together and see how they hold up. I'm going to change the silver one out for one of these. Now, if you know anything about 3D printing, you can tell which is the bottom layer and which is the top layer pretty quickly by looking at them. This is the bottom layer and this is the top layer. It just leaves a certain pattern on it with the top. Okay, and I might do one with bottom to bottom and then top to top. So that's what I can do with these two, with the super glue, and see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to start with top to top. I'm going to use this thin here. I do have accelerator, but I'm not going to use it. And I have not opened this, so that was futile. It tells you how planned out I am for everything today. Oh, that is open. But there may not be open here. I can't tell by looking down it, but it doesn't look like it's open there. It's not flexing. And glue is not going down the tube. So I probably have to take a needle and poke it, which I probably don't have a long enough needle. This is why you should be prepared and test everything beforehand. And I did not do that. But anyhow, getting back to the original topic, my life has been a mess as of late. And I've just been slow at doing things. And pretty much just shut down a whole lot of things. Just because of various events in my life. It's not the kids. The kids have been good. They've been really good, actually. So I can't... Yeah, this is still sealed this way. So I cannot blame my children for anything. I should get that open. Let's find out. Yeah, I did. We're just putting a little bit of this on there. Now what we're doing is we're gluing top to top, the top printed surfaces together, and I probably put way too much of this glue in there. It wants to bind up pretty good. That's definitely not dollar store glue. Okay? I doubt I've got a Sharpie close by. Yeah, I don't have a Sharpie close by. Well, this stuff does glue up pretty good. Don't you love it when you're not prepared when you go to make a video? Just not prepared. And if you saw this room, you'd be like, how do you even walk in there? It's pretty bad. To be honest with you, it is pretty bad. I don't see a Sharpie anywhere. And these aren't going to write on. I know what I could do. Jan, don't get up on the table. I could do this. Because I have some Tamiya masking tape right next to me. And I could write on this. I could write super glue top. Super glue top. So I know I glued the top sides together. Yeah, and all this time, all I've done is take care of people. I had a 5-week vacation, and all I did was take care of Mom. And she was pretty bad at the end. I was giving her water out of a 1 ml syringe to drink with, because any more than that, she would choke on it. Lung cancer messed up her lungs. Okay, that's super glue top to tops. Still not fully cured, but that's okay. We'll do bottom to bottoms on this one. Let me take a look at them. Yep, that's the bottoms. I'm going to use the same super glue on this. Bottom to bottoms. Now, one of the reasons this matters is the pattern on them. The top to top and the bottom to bottom have different patterns. so the glue would be able to grab differently, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's super glue bottom to bottom. Oh, this tape is almost done. Super glue bottom. Now, I'm not going to do these strength tests for a while. I want to get the 5-minute epoxy and have it here to check them with. Okay. Now we're going to do dollar store, and I'm just going to be fair top to top because it has the best pattern in my opinion on it. I'm not a fan of this stuff. It'll stick your fingers together pretty quick, but quite often it won't stick anything else together. If I remember right, super glue was originally made as an emergency wound treatment. That's where it originally came from. I wonder if I can glue my fingers to these cubes real quick. That will be fun. Yeah, I'm having my typical results with dollar store super glue here. We'll let that go. I'm just going to write dollar on this. I'm going to have to order some more Tamiya tape before I do anything, but I'm going to wait until my next project. Dollar store. Just DS is enough to know. And these cubes they're actually kind of glued together right now. Now let's do some good old white glue. We'll do top to top again. Because again, the top to top has the best pattern on it. And this is just white glue you buy at Walmart or whatever you go shopping at, Kmart, Target. And that's just white glue. Okay, and this is marked WG for white glue. And again, I'm going to get some more epoxy resin, although that probably still is okay. You know, this is probably working better than the dollar store super glue. Now, I have not come up with a way to do my strength test as of yet. So I need to figure that out too. How am I going to test to see how strong this bond is? Because they're not very big cubes. I might just yank on them and see which feels strongest to me. But whatever feels strongest is probably what I'm going to use on the rocket ship Ajax. I have set it aside, but and again, I'm starting to work on it again. I did build a figurized standard Naruto, which some of you won't know what that is. It's downstairs. I need to bring it up here and do a little bit of detail painting on it before it's done. But anyhow, I am going to go. I'm going to let these cure up. And now you understand where I have been. Just a lot of nastiness to deal with in my life with other people. My mom being ill, that wasn't nastiness I had to deal with, but I was her only caregiver for that whole time. And I'm still having to work with that. I got to get the water turned back on at her house. I got to get the power turned back on and a bunch of other things so we can sell it. All right, everyone. I will be back probably sooner than later because, I'll talk to you later.